all Russian.
It's okay. So is it all families or is it hot bitches?
Nah.
Damn. Okay, there's at least one hot wife. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. No, no, there's people get me wrong. It's a huge building though. It's pretty big.
Yeah, I've my building and it's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like I would like to have some like type of variety. It's like we're from New York, so we're used to being around all types of people. It's like here, it's a
Right.
little like it's only Russian people. What do
Yeah.
they have? Okay, they have a gym.
Yeah. They have a gym. They got a fucking sauna. They got everything in this motherfucker. It's like a shopping mall. They actually have a store underneath it.
And then are you allowed to go outside, or like what are the
Yeah.
rules?
Yeah. I could go anywhere in the building.
Okay. No,
The
anywhere in
building's
the
my
building. What about
address.
outside?
Nah. I don't
No,
think
at
so.
all?
Yeah. I mean the building, like, I guess the building is my address. So anywhere in the building, really. The building's huge.
Like a guy bringing you Uber Eats and he's like, "Hey, you have to come outside." You can't even do that.
At the house.
Usually tell them is I'm paralyzed. I'm about to start telling them I have an ankle monitor. I'm just like, well, my legs don't work. How would you like me to come down? I feel like that's wrong.
A little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how? But it's like men in prison don't have a problem meeting girls. It's like so you definitely don't got a problem at all.
No, no problem. They
You don't
only
even but you don't even like anybody right now.
no, no, nobody.
But Miami, it's like
I ruin everything because they know that my head's not there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you ruin everything. I think you're a great guy actually, because you don't cheat when you're in a relationship.
Right. No cheating.
But you know how they say every guy cheats now. So what makes you not cheat?
I don't. Well, if I'm in love with you, I won't. Like, if I don't love you, yeah, I don't know. But if I'm really into you and we're together, I won't cheat on you. No, I don't operate like that.
But what do you consider cheating?
Oh, anything with another. Any look, how I am is like this. If you're my girl, there's no such thing as another guy. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
There's no debate. There's nothing going on in that nature. You know what I mean?
What
That
about your friends?
what do you mean, like?
Like, am I allowed to be cool with your?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, I'm just saying, but like, there's no such thing as like fucking a like. But anything with another man is an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's my friends, that's fine. Yeah, but it depends on that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Dated somebody who had a lot of homegirls, and I realized I will never do that again. Like, bro, that's like the worst situation to be in. Because even my parents say, like, there's no such thing as a friendship between a man and a woman, but there is. I think there is, but not. Yeah.
It's like this. If you're I feel it like this. If these are both attractive people, it's kind of hard not to be attracted to each other. It's just like human nature. But then you have to have, what do you call that? Strength not to do anything with the person. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if I love the person I'm with, no matter if I'm attracted to somebody or not, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Are you? What if your girl cheats on you first? Are you the type to cheat back or just leave?
No, it's got. I mean, the person that she cheated with, I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. Yeah.
Okay. What if she? I'm not asking like 100 questions. You could like interrupt me and ask your own question. Like,
No, ask me whatever you want. I like this.
um, okay. What if she cheated in the beginning, like as soon as she met you, but then you fell in love, and then she was like, "Oh shit, like I cheated when I first met you, but I never cheated since then." Is that
I
cheating?
always had good. I'll be honest with you. The three girlfriends I only had, four girlfriends I only had in my life. I only have four relationships, technically, like real ones. They weren't cheaters like I wasn't. They were good, loyal. I never dealt with that. Like, girls I just talked to, that doesn't count. But girls that I was with, they knew better.
Yeah.
They knew better. And on top of them loving me, they knew better. Like, I'm not gonna get somebody fucking lynched. You know what I'm saying? Because I operate differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't they know how I am. I'm a no nonsense guy when it comes to that. So it's like, if they're gonna do it, they better take that shit to the grave. You know what I mean? But they were pretty much not like that.
I mean, who's doing it? And, like, if my man's like known for doing things, I'm not gonna. I feel like for me to cheat on him, that's me really doing some bad shit to these people. But it's like, are you really gonna go after the guy? Because I just seen a
Yes.
video of a guy
Yes.
come. You seen a
Yes.
video I just posted on my story? A guy had to jump off from the eighth floor because a man came home and caught his wife. But my thing is, you would think he would come after the wife because I'm the one cheating. Like, this guy might not even know I was married or whatever.
Listen, but it don't matter. I'm taking it out on the guy.
But what if he didn't know you even existed? He's like, I didn't know she had a boyfriend. She told me she was single.
And that, you see, here's the thing, and that's why you tell the girl you're putting somebody in danger.
Yeah, true. I mean, do
If you,
do bitches care? Like, you act like bitches really care.
they do, some of them do, some of them, some of them definitely do, and some of them don't. But the ones that I dealt with, they weren't like that, so I didn't deal with that. I definitely
You've
didn't deal
also
with
dealt
that.
with people from another culture, like from like families, like people that like
Yeah,
very close to their family. Like, I feel like you've dated a certain type of girl. So it's
I
like,
do.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine you dating like a Miami stripper who has no
no,
family. She don't speak to
no,
her parents.
I'm not doing that. It won't even happen. I don't even date. Yeah, it's just not happening. It'll be a total nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What happened with this bitch that I told you to DM?
Oh, nothing, none. She never answered.
Really? Okay, I got like
Yeah,
five people on her. So
yeah,
I
she
know
never
I know
answered.
one person she answered on.
She never answered. Yeah, no.
I mean, you probably didn't
But
try hard enough.
I didn't. I didn't. I actually got lost. I actually sent the message and then I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. My head's been up
No,
my ass lately.
to get a woman's attention on Instagram, I mean, how would you normally do it? Don't you like you have to go like
Like,
10 photos in a row?
yeah,
You
that
didn't
or
do
just
that.
well, remember, if you're verified, I think our messages go to the top, right? Don't
Not
they?
always.
I thought they do.
Not always. I'm telling you, I've had people verified, people with mad followers DM me and I never seen it till like a year later.
Oh, okay. Really?
I swear to God, there's times where even like I see a famous person and randomly I just click on the messages and they've messaged me before. And I was like, what the hell? Like, and it's too late to message them back now because it's been like 6 months. So I'm like, that's going to look crazy. Like, hey, just seeing this. That never
Yeah,
ends well.
I think right now I'm just I'm just mad about things, and I just can't, like, it's like, obviously I get a lot of attention, but I don't pay on it because I'm just, my head's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
because
not
you're
there.
still in love.
It's not me,
Aw.
nothing you could do. You
I feel
know?
like I don't know. I've been saying I wish there was a way for you guys to talk so that you can like just apologize and because I feel like she loves you too because you wouldn't be doing all this unless you were still in love.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure it out myself either. I think, you know what I think it was? I think things got blown out of proportion. I think it was just so many things happen at once, and then I think it just got blown out of proportion. I think, like, people are regretting, realizing it just went too far. You know what I'm saying? And now
Yeah.
it's like, well, it is what it is. I just like I said, it's a total blindside to me still to this day. I'm still blindsided. You know what I mean? But I got to deal with it. It's been what, 5 months now, almost.
Since that
Yeah, almost.
happened,
Yeah,
that's crazy because I remember like you lived in Tampa, but you was coming down here once in a while, like going out and stuff.
all
And
the time.
then it's like, wait, so what happens when they arrest you? It's like what happens to all your shit in Tampa? You like what were you supposed to
My
do?
friend.
Just
So what happened was, it's a crazy situation you asked that, because when I got locked up, my lease was up in April anyway, so I kind of got lucky. So I got locked up March 21st, and I couldn't leave the jail unless I had a ankle monitor. I mean, I had to have an ankle monitor, so you have to have an address. If you don't have an address in Miami, you can't come out on an ankle monitor. So I didn't have an address. I just got lucky to have a friend down here, and he owns properties, and that's how I got lucky. And I says, "Yo, get me
damn.
something ASAP," and he did. And I had to get a house in Sunny Isles, which was a fucking nice area. But you've been there, you know what I'm saying? How
It's a
bad are
nice
those
house.
mosquitoes?
It's just the
How bad,
mosquito. Yo, the mosquitoes raped the fuck out of me. They was running a train like, yo,
bro?
one here, one here. I was like, yo, what's
Anybody
happening?
Anybody listening to this, Sunny Isles, if you're in Sunny Isles, those mosquitoes are dangerous. I was sleeping with a sweater on, okay? Sweater and sweatpants. They were still getting me.
I
They
would
were
have
still
slept with
getting
like
me.
you know those mosquito nets they use in Thailand. I would have had one of those or something.
That
He
place,
told me I brought like the bracelet, the fucking mosquito spray.
yo, listen,
Yo,
the crazy thing is that house, they're charging 5,000 a month for that house.
the thing is, it's a nice house. It's just he keeps the doors open. Why would you keep the fucking doors open if you're living in Sunny Isles? Like, I could never live in a house. I prefer apartments. I like having a doorman, but
Yeah.
also I can't have a house. Like, imagine a guy could just pull up anytime. I date crazy people. I can't have that.
Well, and like I said, back to that, yeah, I got stuck in the house, and then I was always working on getting to a different spot because I wanted a different like a building. So I got into a building now. The only thing I don't like is I got this new truck now, and you got to valet it. That's the only thing I don't like. See, I like the house where you can just pull up to the
Oh,
front. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like it's got to be valeted, and I don't want no one scraping my shit and hitting it. You know what I mean? That's the only problem I'm worried about now. You
Or if
know?
there's no like parking spot that they could give you?
There is. No, I have my
Okay.
own parking spot, I'm saying, but it's valet. Like, it's a lot of
Oh, they
cars.
have to valet your shit.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a valet.
I mean,
So,
technically, I don't mind it because I don't drive. But I remember
right,
I had like a guy pull up to see me, and I was like, "Why did you get a car? It's just gonna be sit." He was just paying for valet every day for just to sit in my valet
right. Yeah. Well, it's an extra, what is the spot's like 300 a month. You know what I'm saying? They're like
for the
300 a
parking
month.
spot.
Yeah.
I thought they just give you one for free. Yeah, they
I'm,
do. No?
I'm paying. What do you mean? I'm paying
Oh,
for a
because you're
spot.
renting, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm renting.
Because, okay, in my building, let's say I rented my apartment out, I have a parking spot and I have a valet spot. So, meaning either I could take, like, I can take my own car somewhere, but I don't even know what they're using it for right now. Someone's using my spot probably, but whatever. What
You
was
don't
I
even
saying?
drive, right? You don't drive, right?
No, when I first moved here, I decided not to have a car because when I was living in New York, I had so many speeding tickets that I just wanted to just give my license a break. Like, okay,
Right.
let me just for a year not drive because it's like I don't know, I love getting pulled over, I guess. Like they love pulling me over. And
It's, it's crazy.
yo, so plus, as a woman, you shouldn't have a car because when you have a car, you attract men with no cars. When you don't have a car, for some reason, you attract. You never notice that. Like same thing with if you have your own apartment, you're gonna attract men with no that live with their mother. If anything you have as a woman, it's a bad thing because now you're gonna attract men with the opposite. So
Right. Well, that is true, but my whole thing was when I got this truck because I shouldn't have got this one that I got. I should have got the. Well, here's the thing. Everybody has the same cars out here. Like
yeah,
Miami is so flooded with G wagons, Lambo trucks. It's like everyone has the same fucking car. I got a G63. It's like yo, everyone has a G63. I'm like, I feel like, it's not even like exclusive. I feel like, you know what I'm
yeah, it
saying?
is
It's like,
because
and it's
you're not renting it; it's yours.
yeah, but the truck is so overpriced. $250,000 for that truck is insane. That's a Lamborghini. That's a
I think it's
Lamborghini for
good
a
because it's
Mercedes.
yours. Every time you
You know?
come to Miami, you know that if a guy has a nice car, it's not his, he's renting it. So if you
Right.
actually own it, that's crazy. That's like, oh shit.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it, but like everyone out here has one though. Like it just feel like everyone's driving a G63. I
But what
mean,
was
literally.
the do you kind of regret bringing it now? Because now it's like it could have just been sitting in Tampa, but nah.
Well, I got my Hummer coming down here. I got an H1 customized Hummer, the one I showed you, the big green one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
Okay.
coming down here. And then I got a Porsche Panamera Turbo 2022, and then I'm working on a Rolls Royce convertible. That's coming my way. You know,
Ooh.
mm,
But what's
that's
the
for
point
fun.
of that? Is like,
Renting them.
why
I'm
do
gonna
guys
rent
care
them
about
out.
cars so much?
No, I'm gonna rent it out. I'm gonna rent
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the rental thing. I'm gonna, you do make a lot of money with that stuff down here. You know.
What else? I don't know. Like, if I had to do like car rentals, I'd rather just have a liquor store. I need to just buy a liquor store and be like
You should
chilling.
do it. I told you what you should do, a nail salon.
No, because it's like I don't know. I can't imagine owning a nail salon because it just seems like a lot of work. I
My
rather
buddy
like
wanted, my buddy wanted to buy it and let you run it and bring everybody there.
and then what? Like you don't want me running a business because I will curse people out. Like I'm not good at customers. I'm not the person. Like because Ooh, no, no, no. Because people are so cheap and rude. I will curse somebody out and fucking punch them in the face.
Yeah, you got you, and the Russians over here are very mean.
No, they're so nice. What do you, where?
Really?
Where are they
They got like this.
mean?
They got like the stone faces on always, like the
That's just our regular faces. No, but
always.
I feel like Russians are very nicer here compared to New York. Because in New York, it's like everyone's in a bad mood. The minute you move here, people say good morning. They
Right.
smile at you. I'm not used to that. I had to get used. That shit's weird still.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, New York is just a different world. But the Russians were pretty mean where I was in Brooklyn. I was in Sheepshead Bay. I was living in the Avalon, and they were
Yeah.
pretty. They weren't too friendly over there either. They were pretty mean. That's where you were
Yeah.
too, right?
Huh?
You were over there, weren't you, in Brooklyn?
Yeah, by Sheep's Head, Brian 13, and then oh man, Sheep's Head. But growing up, I feel like I spent way more time in Bensonhurst. Like I hung around like mostly like Albanians. So Sheep's Head,
Yeah.
that's where all my Russian friends were. Not really Italian. Italians were all in Bay Ridge.
Yeah, Bay Ridge. They were in Bensonhurst and they moved out. You know what I mean? They were in. There
Yeah,
were tons of them in Bensonhurst, just not no more. They used to be flooded
yeah.
over there. And then
It
there
was
was
just
and then
sorry.
Canarsie was all Italian, not no more. And then there was
When was Canarsie all Italian? I've
when
never
I was
seen
there,
that.
when I was younger, like back in the day.
Yeah, no, me growing up, Canarsie was, I think it was primarily like black.
The hood.
And
It was
then
it became the hood. Yeah.
yeah, like that's the one
Uh-huh.
you went to like get robbed. Like that's like Canarsie. Yeah, I don't know. I never
That's
really
what you went
like
to get
Atlantic
robbed.
Avenue. I was always in Atlantic Avenue because that's every time I had court, I
Yeah.
would take the train to DeKalb, and then my Jamaican dude was there, and I would buy my mixtapes from him.
Yeah. Someone
I miss
said,
him.
"Watch your mouth. I'm born and raised in Miami." What did we say about
What does that
Miami?
mean?
I don't
That's
know.
not a good thing. Oh, what do you consider someone being from New York? A lot of people I'm meeting here will tell me like I'm from Harlem, but I'm like, no, you're not. Like,
Wait,
okay, so
who says
go ahead.
that? Who says
Okay,
that?
well, this guy, he the porn star. Basically, he's from. What did he say? He was 12 when he moved to Harlem for a couple of years, and then he goes back and forth. But I'm like, you're not from Harlem. Being from Harlem is like, you're like I came from Russia when I was 9
Right.
to New York, and I spent my whole life in New York until now. I just moved
Right.
out now. I was one of those people that was never going to leave New York. So
Right.
I'm a New Yorker, but it's like, am I a New Yorker? Because do you have to be born there? Do you have to spend your life? What is it?
Well, I mean, I lived in New York 38 years, so I mean, technically, yeah, that's in New York. I mean, if you're born there, but I mean, technically, you are a New Yorker because you were there most of your life. You know, if you're in a
Yeah,
state most of your life and you have the New York style, obviously, we all do. You know, we can't kick it. I mean, we're super aggressive.
yeah.
We talk differently. We act different than most people. So, I mean, yeah, I would definitely say if you're in New York for more than 20 years, you're definitely a New Yorker, no matter where you're from. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, because New York is just one of those things. I Everyone always says like I hate New York. Yeah, because you're not from there. You got to be from there to love it.
Well, growing up, like when I grew up in New York, it was like super Italian, like where I was from, like just all Italian, Irish. The neighborhoods were like soap operas. I mean, it was just literally like everyone knew everybody, and then everything just changed. Everybody went to Long Island. Everybody left and
Yeah.
went to Long Island. That's where everybody went. Everybody left like the Brooklyn, Queens, all that, and went to Long Island. Gone.
So the San Gennaro, which one did you go to? The Bensonhurst, the one in the Bronx, or the one in the
Then
city?
Brooklyn. I used to do St. Gennaro's too in Manhattan, but mostly the one in Bensonhurst I used to go to. Yeah.
Yeah, I always went to the Bensonhurst one. I've never been to the Bronx one, so I don't even know what that's like.
I was never in the Bronx, to be honest with you.
I used to be in the Bronx. Like I used to go to, you know what Salsa con Fuego is?
Nah, I
It's
don't
like
know
a big
Bronx.
club.
Right,
But back in the days, it used to be called X Bar, and they used to have like reggaeton people and hip hop people come and perform, and that was like my shit. But every time I went to the Bronx, I always got into a fight or almost got hit with a Henny bottle. I've never been to the Bronx and nothing happened.
It's so bad out there, you know what I mean? It's so bad. The Bronx is a whole different ball game, and the gangs out there are crazy. I had a lot of friends out there back in the day, but no more. Like the Bronx is just really bad. That's the borough that you don't want to live in right now.
Right
Super
now,
bad.
or I mean, I've always
Ever.
hated the Bronx
I
because it's
never
so
used to go,
far
but
from
yeah,
everything, and it's just like I don't
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
gloomy as fuck.
I anyways, I wanted to get back to what I was saying. I needed an address to get out to the from the monitor. So I
Yeah,
got the address. I'm saying now I thought when they gave me level 2 that that means I can move around wherever I want, just not in near the person's building.
yeah.
No. It's fucking full blown house arrest.
Because they're basically saying she could go anywhere, even like right outside your place. We don't want you even leaving your house just in case she decide. But they don't tell her like, hey, don't come near him.
I don't know how that works. I just know I just know it's so exaggerated right now. But like I said, I just gotta wait. I think it's just time. Like I should be able to move around. I think this is like ridiculous now. It's getting like a little ridiculous. So I'm hoping that I'm able to move around soon and just be able to move out, go out, do something. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. So
Way worse situations than you, and it never went nowhere. It's like, so I don't know. It's like, I mean, I guess it.
my background. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's only because of my background, and it's they're running with that. So the funny
And
thing
he
is about the situation. No, you want to hear the funny thing? My
Yeah.
lawyer, when I got out, I hired a guy named Zach LeVay. He's really well known, former prosecutor. He helped pass the law that I'm on right now when he was a prosecutor. So my charge was never a robbery. It would never be a robbery. Like it was nothing. He passed it with the help pass the bill to make my charge an actual robbery. Taking anything from someone's hand in the state of Florida is a robbery, no matter what it is. It could be keys, it could be a fucking piece of paper. Right. Technically, it's not. Obviously, the judge. Listen, my judge is very smart. She's a former prosecutor. She's very strict. She's by the book. Obviously, she knows it's not an actual robbery. It's a technical robbery. You know what I'm saying? Like on paper. You know what I mean? It's not. I know that's how they. Obviously, it's not a robbery, but on paper it is. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Florida, the state of Florida thing.
and beat the shit out of someone, they're not even locking you up really. Like for domestic violence, they might arrest you if you used a weapon or if you choked somebody. Like you have to prevent them from breathing. Uh and then the most they could do if you go to court is they'll give them a day of domestic, what is that called? Anger management.
Yeah, like New York. I never had that in New York. It's only been in Florida I dealt with this, but Florida, Tampa is not nowhere near as strict as Miami. So it's way different. But like I says, I don't blame them because if you look at me on paper, you got to understand the judges are always going to cover their ass first. So they don't. You got these morons. They're letting them out and they're going to kill their girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? They're coming out and no, it's true. You gotta understand. I even told my lawyer, I said, I get it. They're coming out, they're giving them more movement, and they're fucking going and killing the girls. So I'm like, these people are fucking idiots.
Disservice. A disservice to women who are actually going through this shit, because there's really women getting their ass beat right now and are really for no reason. So it's like you're making them less credible, basically.
She changed it. And they're gonna say, why'd you do that? They blame the judge always. So you gotta understand they have to, go through procedures before they just start, changing things. They're gonna cover their ass for and plus nowhere. See, I'm allowed to work on level 2 and stuff like that, but they're just not giving me permission to do that yet. But level 1 means you just don't leave the house at all. You know what I mean? Level 2 is basically you could work, you could go to like supermarket, things like that. Level 3 is you could go where you want, you just can't go near the person. You know what I mean? Well, that's how Tampa is. Tampa's just you get it, you go where you want, just don't go near the person. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? There's just places you can't go. Level two, I mean, out here, they just got me, and I've been locked down for like 90 days now.
Happening to you?
I just think like people jump the gun and things got exaggerated. You know what I mean? Like all these like people are gonna talk shit. That's just the way life goes. Like when you fight with somebody, right? And then they see it, it becomes like an internet beef. People are gonna send things to you like, oh, and start talking shit and giving them fake news and fake things. I was told I was on seeking arrangements. I've never been on that in my life. I was told that then I was told somebody must have told this person that I'm blackmailing girls for pictures. I'm like, bro, first of all, my DMs are I can't even open them. They're so graphic. I'm like this. I don't even open them because the things I get sent to me. Literally, I'm looking at things. I don't even look at the fucking things. Yeah, I don't even know where they got this story from, but they said that I was. You know how I am. You know how I am, Maya. You know how I am. I've never hit on you one time. I've never been disrespectful to you one time. How am I? You see how I am. All right. It's just no. I'm saying, but well, yeah, yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying? They do. Right. I'm so respectful. I'm so respectful with women. I've been so good with right. And it's just crazy like that I was being told that I was blackmailing girls for pictures. Like what? My DMs are flooded with women and sending me things. I don't even look at that shit. Like I don't even care about it. Like people were just getting false information and running with anything because they were mad. Yeah, because what's going on? Yeah. So people like people just getting false information and just saying things that aren't even true. Like if you really know Gene Borrillo, right? If people really know me, bro, I'm a good-hearted fuck. I'll do anything for anybody. You know what I mean? I will. Yeah.
Next year, why am I gonna know you this year? So it's like for me to come go out of my way to try to spend a birthday with somebody, you're a great friend. You really are.
Saying these fake stories about me and all this stuff. Like I listen, I do very well for myself. I take care of people. If I love you, I'll do anything for you. Everyone knows how I am. And I just think, like I said, things were blown out of proportion. And I think if people would have sat down and spoke, none of this would have really went down like this. It was just things got escalated and nobody really had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It was more like, oh, I hate him. I hate, I just, if people really know me and they know how I am, they know I'm not like that. So I was just in shock about the whole thing. And I still am. You know what I'm saying? It still bugs me out, It does. Yeah, probably. I mean, I said horrible things on Instagram.
Ugly. Like, what is the goal behind that? Yeah.
She's been in the jewelry store. It's one of the best jewelry stores in Diamond District. It's Aviani's place. His nephew Phil. That's where I get all my stuff from. So I said, "What do you want for Christmas?" I says, "What do you want?" She said, "A watch." I said, "All right." I sent the guy the money for the watch. He sent the watch. The person said she went and got it. certified, and they said that it wasn't real. That's impossible. You know what I'm saying? That's impossible because the person texted her and said, "Hey, if the watch is no good, or what you're saying, I'll give you the money back or a watch." The person said, "Okay." I got the screenshots. So the person's goal wasn't about the watch. It was just to try to make me look bad. You get what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
wasn't the goal. I think because people were mad. So the jeweler would rob his mother before he robs me. You know, he's not robbing me. It's not happening. You're not gonna sit there and tell me I gave you $8,000 and you gave someone I love a fake watch. Like I'll break your fucking jaw. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's not real life. So I knew something wasn't right. And then after that, I went on a rant on Instagram. I shouldn't have, and it was bad. No, but it was bad. No, it was bad. It was bad. No, it was bad. I regretted. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad though. The things I said were, and I didn't even mean them because it's not even the stuff I said. I didn't even mean it. I was just mad.
He loves you, or does that mean he really don't give a fuck? Like,
It was just like, what's mine is yours. That's how they had it. You know what I mean? Like literally, I was paying like like just crazy amounts of money for anything. I didn't even care. I was making it at the time, and for the person to go on a thing like that and make up stories on me, it was pretty wild. You know what I mean? It's all right. I get it. It was just payback. You know what I'm saying? It was just like she wanted revenge, and that's how it ended up playing out. It bugs me out more that we're enemies. That's the only thing that bothers me. I can't believe that we're enemies. You know what I'm saying? That bugs me the fuck out. Yeah, I'm usually cool with all mine. I don't beef with them. I'm usually friends with a lot of them. Yeah, I could call them up for more than that. Hey, bail me out. Yeah, yeah. I never crossed the line with Amelia, my ex. I never cheated on my with this one with Amelia. I never did. I never even really spoke to her like that. I made a mistake and I contacted her over some dumb shit, but I never stepped out. I never cheated. I never did it. I never went with her. I never crossed that line. She even knew that, like where my heart was. Everyone did. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I said, things are blown out of proportion, and I think that I think if people would have just sat down and talked, none of this would be like this. You know what I'm saying? No, I have no idea. My lawyer is pretty fucking good. I mean, he's very well known. Like I said, it's just more about my background and me. That's what the whole thing is. If it wasn't who I am, this wouldn't even be the way it is. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just running with that, and it sucks. It's not even. Jail isn't the punishment to me. Like I don't care about that. That's not my punishment. You know what I'm saying? That's not the punishment to me. The punishment is that it's gone. It's over. That's the punishment. The whole situation. You know what I mean? That's the punishment. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I have to just figure out what I'm doing. Now I live in Miami now. I'm like down here. Um, I got a lot of people down here too, so I'll be out and about soon, and I gotta I guess move around, move and groove. I don't know. I hate starting over again. I'm 41 now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's annoying. Right. I guess so. Right. Right. I haven't been with nobody in 5 months. I know. I'm just
I think that's mad rude. No, what do you not like? The jumping from dick to dick, or what? You think a man? It's wrong for a man to jump from pussy to pussy? I don't think that's wrong. That's how you're gonna get over her. Like run down on all these bitches out here.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Different, different kind of ratchet, bro. They got like 700 bodies, bro. I'm not dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, and they're all on drugs. It's like the drugs is so bad. I don't want no girl like this. So I'm not like that's not. I'm not into it. I'll just wait, bro. I'm saying. I'm not.
Even the good with no, but that's not a bad thing. I and is it? I mean, you wouldn't date somebody I know love. They're alone. They're just it's them and girl. There's no men. Okay. Okay, let's say that her and the girl are doing a lot. Like yeah. Cause I was gonna say, I don't know. Nowadays it's like I think not having an OF is stupid. Like if you're a woman nowadays and you don't have an OF, you're an idiot.
Percentage is like they did through the country. It's like 50, 40% of women have it in the country. Yes. I don't know. They're saying 40% of women are on OnlyFans right now. It's a lot.
But just like the old version of themselves. Cause you gotta think what's gonna happen. Like all these bitches right now, it's like they're all living in these $10,000 penthouses, not paying their taxes, spending all their money on Chanel. And it's like, and their body. And my thing is, bro, if you're gonna get your body done, you don't buy your own Chanel. Like that's mad crazy. Like, what was the point of getting your body done then?
Like I like the lips. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But don't start doing all the crazy shit. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I don't see you.
Did I freeze?
No, it's just black.
Hold on, it'll come back. I like the way I'm stuck. Hold on. It's actually good service. I guess somebody must have called. Is it coming back yet?
Mm-mm.